All right, we're going over editing from the field. First things first, make a new project. Do this every time. Helps prevent problems in the field. Make a new project. Name it whatever you want. I like to name it what I'm working on for that day. Okay, user profile, news. Use these generic settings every time you're in the field. It helps prevent problems when we're in the field. These are the settings that you want. They should be the same. They're the exact same as what we use back here at the station. That helps everything play nicely. Media Central login, don't do it. Does you no good. We're not connected to the network. You can't log into anything. All right, all this looks good. New project, create. All right. Now you can move these bins around as you, or these windows around as you need them. You know, editing on one small screen in the field. Sometimes I need to make my video bigger, so I'll move it over. Sometimes I need to see what's in my bin, so I'll move it back. And so now that we've got all that situated, you should pop your card in. Pop your SD card in on the side of the laptop, and it should auto-populate here. Just give it a second. This pops up. And it did not auto-populate. 9 times out of 10 it will, but this is a good example of when it does not. That's not a problem. We can fix that. Right click, input, source browser, and here is what we're looking for. The SD card. It's on both sides. Which side do I select? Do not select the left side. Link is grayed out. You cannot link to it when you click there. You do not want to click contents. If you were to click contents here and hit link, it's not going to import correctly. You're going to get some weird files. So step it back up. Click here. Then click on the SD card on the right hand side. Now you can link. Everything's populating there. Alright. You can see it all there. Once I get all that stuff in, I like to make a new bin and make a new sequence. Why? This gets all convoluted. There's too much stuff in here, and I don't want to have to click through here to find my shots. So I've made the raw timeline. I'm going to sort all this stuff by creation date. Double click that. That brings my first shot of the day to the top. We're going to highlight it all and then drag it down onto the timeline, the raw timeline here. It's all there. Now I can close this bin, and I've got everything I need right there. Make a package. And this is much more manageable than this. Now, let's say for whatever reason you have stuff on multiple cards. Pick the card with the least amount of stuff on it. For instance, let's say you, for whatever reason, recorded an audio track, your reporter track on a different card. Pop that card in. We're going to act like this shot here is my audio track for my reporter. So select the clip, right click, go to consolidate transcode. We want to put that on the C drive, consolidate, all this stuff stays the same. Then you hit consolidate. What this is asking is, do you want the new clip to say .new, or do you want the old clip to say .old? I don't care. It gives me what I need regardless, so I'm just going to go with the first one, .new. It's consolidating, it's putting that clip on the actual computer. It's the same clip. You see, same clip. But if I pop my card out, okay, these clips are all gone now. This one's still here. If I pop my card back in, it's there again. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back to this and say I had a file video on a thumb drive, or I've already put it on the desktop. It's the same process. Input source browser. You're finding what you're looking for. I've got drone video here. Going to link to it. Don't import. Import takes too much time. Just link. It's there instantly. Linked. There it is. Alright. These chain links here tell you that it's linked to it. So drop what I need down onto my package timeline here. Ooh. Alright. So let's say I've finished editing my package. Now you want to export it. So before you do that, I want to address something here. Make sure that your whatever file you're sending back has a unique name. If it does not have a unique name, if I just name this package, okay, if someone else sent a package back yesterday named PKG package, then my file will not go through. It will not overwrite a file that is already there. So let's name it something unique. You know, if I'm doing a story about the Urban Government Center, name it Urban Gov Center. Give it the date as well, because maybe someone just did a story on the Urban Government Center yesterday. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to output, export the file, choose the desktop. We want to park it on the desktop first. I will address that in a second. And you want to use these settings. They're called archive on here on your device, and maybe something else, but it should be called archive on all of them. And these settings are the exact same as you have back at the station. Let's look at what those settings look like now. Okay, so same as source. Use Avid codecs. Keep legal range 16:9. Audio format, you want direct out. So what that does is it keeps all of these audio channels the same. Doesn't mix them down. That's important because when we archive, you don't want your NATs getting mixed down with your reporter track, because if you need to make some adjustments when it got back here, you couldn't really do that. Or whenever you pull that from archive, you need some file video, you don't have any NATs because it's all muddy with reporter track. And then lastly, do not select this use selected tracks. Okay, if I only had video channel 1 and audio channel 2 selected, it would only send those two back. It would not send anything else back. Alright, so all those look good. I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to hit save here. This is just giving me an error message about formats being different. You know, this drone video is a 1080. Just hit OK through those, and it will export. Alright, now we're done exporting. Here is what I just exported, okay? So, I exported it to the desktop for a reason. I'm going to click and make sure that everything is there. If there's a problem with it, I want to find it now before I send it back to the station, taking 5 to 10 minutes to send back, and then an editor looks at it and is like, oh, there's no audio there. Well, if I check it now, I know for a fact whether or not there's audio there or not. Alright, everything is good. So now you can take this, put it on your flash drive, plug that flash drive into the live view, and feed it back to the station. And that's it. You just edited and fed back from the field. Not that much different from editing at the station. Just the linking process is a little different. Besides that, it's all pretty much the same.